The woman was shocked to discover she had given birth to a golden egg. The doctors thought she was a monster and fled in panic. At that moment, a man walked over and snapped his fingers. In an instant, the entire spacetime fell silent. In fact, the man was the father of that golden egg. He had originally been a snake demon who cultivated for 1,000 years. Not long ago, he went berserk during his cultivation. At that very time, a female delivery worker accidentally stumbled in. To save the man's life, the woman willingly slept with him. To prevent her from knowing she had given birth to a snake, the man erased all of her previous memories. He also restored her body to its original form. He believed the two would never cross paths again. Unexpectedly, 5 years later, the golden egg had transformed into human form. The first words he spoke were that he wanted to find his mommy. Because his father refused his request, he had no choice but to go to the mortal world alone to find a mother. Upon his first arrival in the mortal realm, he was immediately drawn to the local cuisine. Seeing the brightly colored candied haws, he walked over and took one. After tasting it, he thought it was delicious and turned to leave. The shopkeeper quickly called after him and asked him to pay for the candied haw. The boy thought the shopkeeper was trying to bully him, so he cast a spell to freeze the shopkeeper's left leg. The woman, delivering food at the time, witnessed the scene. She hurried over to stop them. After understanding the situation, she paid the boy's bill. The boy felt an inexplicable sense of familiarity with the woman, so he hugged her and called, "Mommy." The woman thought the boy had mistaken her for someone else, and didn't give it much thought. Before leaving, she made a point of writing her phone number for the boy. She told him he could call her if he ever couldn't find his way home. After saying that, she continued on with her deliveries. At that moment, the man suddenly appeared. The world around them instantly quieted once more. He took his mischievous son back to the mountain. However, the boy desperately wanted the woman to become his mother, so he called the woman's number. He lied that a stranger had taken him to a dilapidated temple. Upon hearing this, the woman urgently asked him to send her his location. She then arrived as quickly as possible. When he saw the sign above the door, he felt an overwhelming sense of familiarity, as if he had been here before. Unexpectedly, the moment he pushed the door open, he ran into the man. Seeing how familiar they were with each other, the little boy immediately introduced his father. He announced that his father was handsome and wealthy. He pleaded with the woman to be his mother. In return, he promised to give her $1 billion bride price. The woman thought the boy was boasting and paid it no mind. At that moment, she received a call from the principal. It turned out her $100,000 tuition loan was overdue. If she delayed any further, her degree would be revoked. So she agreed to marry the man, on the condition of a $100,000 bride price. The man, however, mistook the woman for a gold-digging materialist. Fearing she might change her mind, the boy immediately transferred the money. Thus, the two obtusely obtained their marriage certificate. Initially, the father and son wanted to confess their identities to the woman, but they accidentally discovered she had killed a cockroach with a slipper. She also said she had been afraid of snakes and insects since childhood. To their greater astonishment, the woman was brewing snake wine at home. Father and son simultaneously agreed that they absolutely must not let the woman learn their true identities. Afterwards, the woman wrote them an IOU for $100,000, promising to repay it once she had earned the money. Only then did the man realize he had misjudged the woman.